John, give us your thoughts on Wonder Woman. Go.
Okay, there's problems with it, but first of all, I'd just like to say, just for this episode, I'd like to say the fight scenes are really fucking good. Like, all of the action scenes.
How great is it when she comes out of that trench?
How fucking good is it when the trench scene?
Fucking...
And when fight in the alley.
When her music comes on, and that guitar riff always feels weird, but when that music...
I like how much it sounded like the Justice League theme song.
So good.
It sounds like Wonder Woman's, leitmotif in the movie sounds like the old Justice League Unlimited theme song.
What would you give Wonder Woman out of 10?
I'd give it a 6.
I would give it a solid 7. It's the best DC movie by far, and it's a movie we needed in a world where we have a misogynist leader like Donald Trump. Thanks for listening. That's been our Wonder Woman review.
So start ignition, count to 0. I just wanna be a superhero.
Hello and welcome back to another episode of Unproductive Nerds. My favorite Digimon is Galmon. Rhiannon?
Why do you steal my shit?
My favorite Digimon is Wargreymon.
We know, you just said that last episode, which was last week and not pre-recorded.
I can't even remember the name of one, but it's the real kind of mecha wolf that digivolves into the werewolf with jeans.
I love the lack of logical continuity between the Digimon. Like, one of the Digimon starts off as a rabbit and then digivolves into a rabbit with guns, and then just turns into a man with guns.
You think that's bad? There's this little, it's like a cat kind of ball thing with big ears, and it turns into a fucking god as its second form. It's the Archangel Digimon.
I love that lack of, logical continuity.
Anyway, my name is Jack, and welcome back to the Unproductive Nerds. I do the intro, as usual.
Oh, yeah.
To my left is Dan.
This fucking loser doesn't even know his left from right.
Sitting across from me is John, as always.
And I'm so happy and positive.
To my right is Rhiannon, who never does the intros ever.
Yeah, I never do the intros. No.
Alright,
Why do you steal my shit?
This week, in honor of Adam West passing away, unfortunately, which is sad. We did a whole episode about it.
You did an episode on that.
Are we pretending this one's pre-recorded, or...?
No, we're not pretending. Actually, we should mention that from now on, we're going to do 2 episodes, one on a Saturday, one on a Wednesday.
They're all pre-recorded.
Yeah, the Wednesday episode...
We never do live.
Yeah, we don't do it live.
That would be awful. We should never do that.
Never, whatsoever.
We're never doing a live episode.
Why would we do live? Nobody would tune in live.
Because we're not even alive.
It's just, you remember that time?
We're just ghosts.
We're spooky hat ghosts, like Mario Odyssey.
Exactly.
Jack, Jack, do you remember that time we did 2 episodes one after another and then pretended one was pre-recorded?
Yes, I remember that.
Are we not doing
2
that
weeks ago?
We're no longer doing that. That's the one where you said Ophelia's ass was great as our intro.
Oh, yeah.
I'm sorry, buddy.
I really know she doesn't listen to the podcast.
She talks to us in real life. I don't think she needs to listen to us.
Have you seen her since then?
No.
Next time you see her, she's just going to stonewall you.
I feel like she's going to avoid you till the party.
I mean,
that or she's going to get really
I don't talk to her outside the film club anyway, but
you were just snappity chatting her like 5 minutes ago.
She said that.
Snappity chat.
That's all I said. Anyway,
I'll let him say snappity chat if you stop saying Pinot. That's a good
Pinot Noir. It's my favorite drink.
Pinot Noir.
I think that Nipper and Pinot. Those of you, I'm cutting you off.
I said Pinot, but okay. Anyway,
it was Pinot.
Anyway, welcome back.
As long as you stop saying Nipper and Pinot, I'm letting you say Snappy Chat.
Welcome back to Unproductive Nerds. This week we're doing an episode towards Adam West, who passed away last week.
I thought you did an episode on Adam West.
I did an episode on it. So in honor of that, we're doing a Batman.
In honor of the episode that we did in honor of Adam West, we're doing
in honor of the episode where I wasn't a dickhead.
So masturbatory.
Yeah.
You know.
The one episode you weren't.
Yeah, the one episode I was actually a genuine person.
Yeah.
The one episode where you were on your own.
Yeah.
And now we're going to shatter all those fucking illusions right now. You son of a bitch.
Alright.
Woo!
I'd kill you all. Anyway.
Hey guys, one time when I was younger, I knew this guy called Edwan, and he was South African. And one time he invited me over to his house for a play date, and he and his brother started shirtless wrestling while I was sat on the couch, and it was the weirdest thing in the world. And then their mother spanked them, and I had no idea what was going on.
Wait, was it weird that they were wrestling and you weren't, or was it weird that you kind of wanted to join in?
Oh, I didn't. I was terrified. I didn't know what was going on. Edwan was a weird kid. He had a bowl cut, and that's never a good sign. But I went to Edwan's house.
Now people with bowl cuts
he and his brother started an argument, took their shirts off and started wrestling. And I was just sat on the couch with my hands on my lap like, why are they doing this?
They were having an argument. Did they go, pause?
Yeah.
Just like tearing
Yeah.
off.
You know, their shirt.
I think
And then afterwards, and their mum had this thing. South Africans into corporal punishment, that's fine, but their mother had 2 paddles, one big and one small, depending on the severity of their
you're
crime.
getting the big paddle tonight.
Yeah, they got
It's a
the big
pizza
paddle at their bed.
paddle.
And I need you to understand that I remembered that for the first time about half a year ago when I was walking home from school with a
And you
friend
saw
of
them
mine.
shirtless wrestling again in
No.
the street.
So I repressed that memory for so long, and then I heard the name Edwans when someone like, I wonder what he's doing, and I went, oh my god, shirtless wrestling. And
You know what?
I've been having to deal with that for a while.
I think you're looking for someone to shirtless wrestle.
I think a good
You know how some people who are like
gonna turn
abused
up
get into
inside
like
your house.
BDSM relationships as a form of therapy? I need to shirtless wrestle someone to get that out of my system.
I think a good rule of thumb from now on is if somebody who's not an attractive woman calls you over and they're shirtless, don't go towards them. I was out with a few friends.
I think as a rule of thumb, you should totally approach them. Like,
I was out with a few friends fucking 2 weeks ago in
if
between
anything, it'll
episodes.
become a good anecdote.
Yeah.
And this limousine rolled up past. It had been a great day so far. And they call out, hey you. And I'm like, it's not me. Hey you, Jack. I'm like, it could be any Jack. Hey you, Jack Long. Fuck. So I've got to turn, walk over to the limousine where I can just see a shirtless old man who's really out of it. And he's wearing a pair of fake tits. So I get over there, right? And I lean my head in the window. And before I can say anything, he slaps me with a rubber dildo. For no reason.
Wait, rewind. How did he know your name?
Listen, as I get to that, I get slapped with a dildo.
Please don't.
I'm
Worry about it this
disorientated,
way.
and I trip forward, falling further into the limousine.
Oh, it's...
And I look in, and I look to my left, and everybody's drunk. And it says, happy 50th birthday. So obviously it's this old man's 50th birthday. And his son is sitting
50
there.
isn't old.
His son is sitting there. And it turns out I went to work with his son. His son's a great guy. We worked, I'm not going to name names, I'll tell you afterwards. But he's a sound guy.
Wait, hang on, give me roll.
And his dad is a weird...
Yeah, his dad, no, they're all out of it. They're all wearing, like, you know stuff you buy for a hen party?
Yeah.
Yeah.
They're all dressed like that.
That's
Like a
what
slap
you
a
said.
rubber dildo.
Could we just pause the podcast for 1 sec? Really?
Yeah.
Oh, that's cool.
Yeah, he's doing good for himself. I'm happy for him. He's doing good. I ran into a few times. He's a great guy. Anyway, I come back, and if he's listening to this, great time, by the way.
Birdman.
Yeah, I come... No, not Birdman. I'll tell you after the show. Anyway,
Yes.
Pause for like 1 second.
Michael Keaton.
I come back to the group, and they're like, hey, what happened there? I'm like, I don't want to know. Like, we heard a slap. I'm like, yeah, I know.
Jack is
I had a great day as
traumatized.
well with them, because it was after the charity thing, and it was after one of the drinks. We were having a great time. It was like a perfect day, except it ended with me getting slapped by a dildo.
That just makes it better. Why was
Hey.
there a butt there?
That's a
Hey.
fucking great story.
Isn't it? I've been meaning to tell this on the podcast, but I never got a chance. But since you brought up shirtless wrestling, I'm like, you know what, this is the only
Can
segue I'm going to
this
get
be
to.
my turn for my anecdote?
Does
Sure.
it involve
Yeah.
shirtless dildo slapping? Because
It
I feel like that's
involves
the only
nudity
way.
to a
That's
degree.
the only way you could cap.
Is this your graduation story?
Yeah, my
All right,
graduation
tell it,
story.
but tell it fast.
Tell it, but tell it fast.
Can you summarize in under a minute now?
Okay, yeah, last day of school, we all decide to fuck off down to the fucking woods, except one kid decides to streak into school.
Language.
Yeah.
You don't have to eat for explicit on this episode,
Yeah.
man. It's PG, come on.
Actually, this is one episode where I forgot that. It's the dick end episode.
You forgot.
Jack.
The title is. I mean, it could have been worse.
Continue your story.
It could have been my friend
we all go
Richard
down-
Hand.
We all go down to the woods. We get drink. We start drinking in like midday. One
Shenanigans!
I know shenanigans. Youths. Someone gave one of the weird kids drink, and he decides to start building a fucking bonfire in the middle of the forest. And I'm like, what the fuck, dude? And then everyone decided to go for a swim. And one guy stripped naked, and I saw way too much of him that I didn't want to see.
So,
And then another two guys started fighting, and another one got naked. And it was
when it comes to size,
Oh shit! You actually did have.
did you mean his black friend? Also, when it comes to size, Rand.
What?
I doubt he was fully erect when he took off his clothes,
No,
Jack.
I didn't.
Are you not?
I didn't.
Every time I take off my shirt, I just get.
Why did you point at me?
I thought
I didn't.
I was talking about your friend who shirtless wrestles. I thought
South African.
I thought you said
South Africans are Belgian sometimes.
Okay, all right, yeah, go on.
And white South Africans?
Can we get back to Batman
It's
at some
called
stage?
apartheid.
Yeah.
There's this whole thing.
Yeah.
Dan, do you have any
apartheid?
tangents you want to run off?
Jack, do you know apartheid? That whole thing? Like, it was kind of, two sides.
John. Does it have something to do with Batman?
Yes.
Tell me, what does it have to do with Batman? Explain to the listeners at home what this has to do with Batman, the Dark Knight, the Cape Crusader, Bruce Wayne, whose parents were killed in the
Thomas
alleyway.
Wayne owned a Belgian plantation.
No, he didn't.
In the Congo.
No, he didn't. He was a
did.
doctor. Why would he own one? What would he get with that? Was he
Thomas Wayne Sr.
Was he cutting off hands just to learn how to stitch them back on? Was that his medical training?
Yes, he was the Batman of the Congo, except he was
Batman
super.
of the Congo.
All he
I would
did.
watch.
All he
But that's
did.
just, is that just Black Panther?
It's just
All he
Black
did-
Panther.
No, all he did was attack slaves and beat the shit out of them.
Oh, so we didn't talk about the Black Panther trailer, but it's okay. Moving on.
It's really good.
It's why?
It's
I'm not
mediocre.
disagreeing with you that it looks good as a film, but why are you
It's so, I don't know, it's just so colourful and lovely. I love it.
You're just singing its praises, and we don't really get why.
All right, can we move on to the Batman Battle Royale?
Battle Royale.
The Battle Royale.
Royale.
The bat-tle Royale. I like it.
Bat-tle.
Rihanna, do you have your copy there, don't you? Do you have a pen?
Why?
All right, we're gonna need you to write down the Batman and keep track of who's still alive.
Oh fuck. Let me see if I can
So
find
we
one
got-
in my bag.
We got I was thinking 10 Batman.
The
Feels like
bloody,
enough.
Is there 10 screen Batman?
Can we add one Batman who's never been Batman but should be?
No.
No. Why would we do that?
All right, Dan, would you like to lay down the rules of this Battle Royale?
One
Okay.
Batman who's not real.
These Batmen, they only have, because we want to keep this fair and unbiased,
Batman.
they only have the gadgets. They only have the gadgets that they had in
Standard
their respective
Gladiator
screen
style.
appearances. They only have the mental capacity they had in their respective screen appearances, and they only have the fighting skills they had in their respective screen appearances.
Ooh.
Yeah.
All right, are they disconnected to their Batmobiles?
None of them have Batmobiles, but they all have what they would have on any
Jack, I don't
given
have my
Sunday
pen.
on them.
Are you don't have
Just like
keep track of
utility belts.
Utility belt stuff. That's it.
Okay.
No Robins of any kind.
Is it
We
these-
could have a sort of conversation later about the Robins.
Okay, well, we'll have a Robin contest in a minute. We'll have a psychic contest in a minute because I want to see Lucius Fox take on the old Robin. Anyway,
Who the fuck you calling psychic? Lucius Fox was an ally, an equal.
Mr. Brain, I don't want to know what you're doing in there in your big black leather suit.
Okay, let's not get into impressions of people of different races, guys.
I'm batting off in here.
I'm squanching.
For an arena, we decide. I think it's just a rooftop.
No, I think the middle island of Gotham City.
The Colosseum in Rome.
No, I'm thinking,
Imitating.
you know how in Arkham City and in a lot of games, not Arkham City, in Arkham Knight and in a lot of games, Gotham is split up into 3 different islands.
Yeah.
I'm thinking Center Island, Dark Knight Rises style, all the bridges have been blown up, so you can't get access, you can't bring anything in.
And Dark
Okay.
Knight Returns style nuclear winter.
For the sake of longevity, I think we Hunger Games this shit and say it's a day-long conflict.
Yes.
It isn't a matter of minutes. It isn't a matter of hours. It is a day-long.
I think they all turn up on the outside skirts of Gotham, and the bat signal goes up in there, and they race towards GCPD.
And you get varied landscapes. They could be inside fighting, they could be on top of a building fighting,
Yeah.
they could be in the street, in the alley fighting, and then they get into the alley and they all cry.
There's a 5-minute break where everybody just starts crying.
Father, I failed you.
No
So
parents.
The Batman.
Sadness. Lego Batman's in here as well.
Yeah. No parents.
Fuck, Lego Batman's good. All right. Anyway, so
I was a boy.
Dan, you get notes up on that?
Now
Okay.
I'm a bat.
So, the first Batman.
Take notes. You ready?
First Batman.
She doesn't have a pen, so Dan, you're gonna have to type these out on your phone as you're talking.
Adam West.
No, he
40s
isn't
Batman.
the first Batman. The first Batman is the 1943
going
Batman from the black and white serial that only showed in cinemas.
So you're going chronological.
Oh, yeah.
Okay.
Okay.
He is Lewis Wilson as Batman and Douglas Croft as Robin.
At any stage during that, do we see him jump rooftop to rooftop? Because if not, I don't think he
I
can.
got notes on this or something.
I have only seen the first 5 episodes of this serial.
And does he ever jump rooftop to rooftop?
No, but he does have a grapple hook.
So in theory, he can grapple to things, but he
But
doesn't.
he cannot jump rooftop to rooftop.
So he has to walk to GCPD or get a taxi.
He's got Alfred to drive him around.
We're not allowing allies in this.
Okay, yeah.
Okay, so
he's
what's his
got to
name?
walk. But the thing is, I don't think it should be a race to
40s Batman.
GCBD.
Or
Because if
Black
we're
and
going
White
with the race,
What's the actor's name?
Lewis Nelson?
Nelson. Okay.
Oh yeah, you let them take their fucking notes, but
Yeah,
I told you to take notes, but you don't have a pen.
Lewis Wilson.
no, I'm talking
Yeah.
about previous episode.
All right. Anyway, up next is Batman 66. Adam West, rest in peace, my friend. But fucking got great judo skills. Can materialize words out of thin air, meaning he can convert matter.
That's not a finite superpower, though. I don't think that should.
He uses that in almost every episode.
But when other people hit each other, that also happens. I don't think that's a power specific to Batman.
Yeah, Robin
Shit.
does it too, and
Shit.
I think other characters do it sometimes.
I don't think we can allow that.
Damn.
Just that universe.
Yeah.
Fine, he's got his sweet dance moves, his judo skills.
He can surf really well.
He can surf really
Some
well.
days you just can't get
He
rid
can
of a bomb.
dispose of a bomb, we know, more efficiently than Christian Bale.
And he has difficulty with it though.
He does.
Some days you just can't get rid of a bomb.
He's morals wise, he's the least black and white. He does good for the sake of doing
the
good.
most black and white.
I think he's the
would
most
argue.
black. He's the least grey.
Sorry, yeah.
He's by far
full
the
white.
most black and
Yeah,
white.
Yeah.
Oh, damn right, he's full white.
Yeah.
Apart from the black and white Batman, he's the most black and white.
Okay, next
Probably
up.
more so.
Next up, I
It's,
think
it's
Dark Knight
Keaton.
Returns Batman.
Keaton?
Can we throw Dark Knight Returns Batman
I
in
don't,
there?
he's not a Screen Batman. Only for the animated thing, but I don't think that counts.
Alright,
So
yeah.
you can follow-
Are we doing Scream?
Yeah,
I think it's Screen, but Screen includes Mask of the Phantasm, of course.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. So,
And Lego
Oh,
Movie.
okay, so we're including Conroy.
Yeah.
yeah.
But we're not including RoboCop.
I wanted to include
Dark Knight,
that.
didn't Dark Knight Returns get... Dark Knight Returns was voiced by RoboCop. Well, didn't he get a proper, screen release?
I don't know if it did,
I
you
think
see.
I think that's muddying the water because then you're talking about okay, what about the animated thing of year one? What about the Killing Joke? You know? It's-
Yeah, no.
Okay,
We'll
fair.
let Conroy in, but that's it.
I think it's Conroy and that's it.
Alright, so up next is Keaton.
It's Keaton.
Keaton.
I think he's
Keaton's the most bat-like of them all.
he is the most bat-like of them all. I think he's getting serious points for stealth.
Yeah.
In this one, he's full black. He doesn't got a lot of mobility. It has to be said.
Yeah, that's why he has to sneak up on you.
That's why he's got to sneak up on
So
you.
it's Keaton, Kilmer, Clooney.
But he
right?
is combat trained.
gonna say
We have
that.
seen this.
And he's willing to kill in a necessary circumstance.
He is.
And he's also better at getting rid of a bomb than Christian Bale. He chucks a bomb down that one clown's pants and pushes him down an elevator shaft.
So it's Keaton, Kilmer, Clooney, Bale. Am I missing
Are
anyone?
we including
Keaton, Kilmer,
Clooney?
Clooney, Bell.
Oh, Conroy. Sorry.
Conroy.
do we have to even put Clooney in?
Yes.
He's dead in the first 3 minutes.
Okay.
He goes to jump from building to
We'll discuss it.
You
We'll
don't
discuss it.
actually know that.
I think it's only fair to put Clooney in his armored Batman costume from the end of Batman and Robin.
the silver one.
Alright.
Yeah, I think he's got to go in on that.
Okay.
Wait,
so-
does that mean Ben Affleck wears the Superman killing suit?
No,
No, alright.
no, because that's a specialized gadget.
Yeah.
So we've got Wilson, West, Keaton, Kilmer, Clooney, Conroy, Bale, and I'd like to keep this going, keep the alliteration going. Badman. The college humor parody.
No.
Yes, I'm on board with this. I'm on board.
Badman.
I, as producer, I'm on board with getting Badman in there.
Is it helicopter? He's in.
Okay,
He's in.
okay.
He's
What do you mean you want to team up with me?
he's the only one apart from.
Sorry about the noise in the background. Well,
Shit, they found me.
I'll edit this out. Like 10-second pause.
It's fine. Just don't.
Alright, back.
Will Arnett.
Yeah, Will Arnett's
Yeah,
like
Will
a Batman.
If you could. Sorry. who's the
Conroy-
current Batman.
Okay,
What?
guys,
Who's
we
the
got
current
to
Batman.
Ben Affleck.
Ben Affleck.
return to Michael
Affleck
Keaton.
and Batman are the only two who will happily.
Alright,
kill.
sorry, keep going
Okay.
again.
Back to Keaton.
Keaton.
Keaton. He's got standard grab hook. Does he have barrels?
Yeah, he does.
We do.
I think
we
he's
see
hit
this?
Bane with one of them. He takes out the...
He doesn't fight Bane.
I am happy with this
Michael Keaton doesn't
alliteration.
fight.
Oh, shit, no, something.
It's 2x2 alliteration all the way down. Wilson West, Keaton Kilmer, Clooney Conroy, Bale Badman, Affleck and Arnett.
Okay.
Arnett, I like that. Continue.
Back to Keaton.
Keaton.
I don't think he's got bat ranks. He does have grab hook, a very efficient one actually. It's on the belt,
Yeah.
belt mounted.
Yeah, he can double shoot it as well. He can shoot it up at the Joker's leg and catch it onto a griffin or something.
Fuck, what else does he
Not a
got?
griffin, fucking...
A lot of his gadgets are
gargoyle.
Batmobile based, so he's going to be pretty short-handed in
Yeah.
this one. Does he have gliding capabilities?
No.
Yeah, I feel like
I
we've
don't
seen
think
it.
so.
We see that in fucking Batman Returns. I feel like we see it in there somewhere. So you got to keep in mind he's the same Batman in Batman Returns. All right, who's next?
So are we counting Keaton and Kilmer as different people?
Yeah,
Yes,
I think we have to.
Val Kilmer's Batman in Batman Forever.
Okay, so just to follow on Keaton, we know that he has the capacity to go fucking insane,
Yes.
Oh yeah.
and he's actually recently
Let's get
physically
nuts.
fit because he sleeps upside down.
Yeah.
Okay, Kilmer, Jesus, he's got pocket coins.
Coins.
He's willing to murder.
He's willing to murder.
Does he kill Two-Face in that movie, or is that Robin?
Oh, he's just
He
willing
kills
to
two
not
case
save
technically.
people. Willing to not save people.
He doesn't save him.
All right.
He throws a lot of coins into the throwing station. I think Kilmer is the worst one here on this list because I cannot think of any distinguishing features.
Okay, move on then. Fucking.
Clooney, he's got the armored Batman suit, but that's about it.
And that's more built for winter combat than it is.
But he can buy resources because he has his back
I
credit
was about
card.
to say.
And I'd actually like to say he's arguably the best acrobat here. He can pull off stunts like surfing on an explosion.
I feel like Adam West could also
even
surf
West
on
would have had
set.
trouble with that, I would say.
Hey,
Though West was a skilled surfer.
West won that surfing contest to become mayor and turned. Actually, has anybody seen the clip? And I watched it because I'm watching more of Adam West lately.
Clooney actually had some pretty good gadgets on his belt. I think we have to mention the laser. That
Yeah,
can
the
heat
heat
up
laser.
it's so intense that it can heat up a swimming pool from freezing to boiling in seconds.
Okay.
Has anybody seen that clip of Adam West? And there's a
I'll be
scene.
getting across you.
It's cool, where the mayor, Bruce Wayne, is being extorted by a criminal. I think it's Egghead or something. And he's like, we got to drop off several $1 million. So Commissioner Gordon is on the phone with Bruce Wayne, and he also calls Batman. So he decides to put the two phones together so they can talk to each other. And because everybody's listening in, he does one voice down one phone and the other voice down the other, and has a conversation with himself. I don't know, Mr. Batman, I don't know if we can do this. Don't worry, citizen, we can do this. It's the greatest thing ever. Well, if you believe we can do this, it sounds like an awful lot of money. Don't worry, you'll be safe, citizen. It's the funniest thing I've
Jeez, you
ever
sound like
seen.
a handsome guy, Batman. Want to go out sometime? Oh, no, thank you. I'm not gay. And he just stops and goes, what am I doing?
It's the best thing is this is a 3-minute scene.
Oh my
Okay, so
god.
Clooney's got
That
a
sounds
laser.
like saying Batman.
Is there anything Clooney has?
Hang on, I'm not glossing on. Were we just respectful to each other for once on this podcast? You know, we
all right,
apologize.
sorry.
Yeah.
Hey, you still smell.
I would beat you in a fist fight, shirtless fist fight right now.
Okay, maybe.
Okay, so
Let's never answer that
does
question.
Clooney have any other discernible gadgets other than... Should we bring up an internet article on this stuff? Because
I think we should mention the laser and the extendable, like, skates.
The ice skating stuff.
Oh, she's got ice skates, doesn't he?
Yeah.
Laser and skates.
Okay.
All right.
Clooney's actually coming out pretty good here.
Clooney...
Batman the animated series. Batman.
Batman the animated series, Batman.
This is my
oh,
dog.
Boy.
I want this guy to win.
Okay, straight away. He's got gas grenades.
Are we going him in Justice League or him in Mask of the Phantasm?
I think just
Mask-
keep it
we have to go Mask of the
Phantasm,
Phantasm.
because he's got smoke grenades.
Yep.
He's got a fully functioning grapple hook that doesn't do omnidirectional stuff like Keaton's one, but it does work.
Explosives.
He's got
taking out Mr.
explosives.
Freeze with explosives.
He's got a rebreather
Yep.
that he can put in his mouth.
Allows him to breathe underwater as well for a certain amount of time.
He has bat ranks.
Yep.
He's got gliding functionality on escape.
Yep.
He's got stealth skills and hand-to-hand combat skills.
I don't think he's the best fighter on the list though, because I've been
I don't
watching.
think he is. No, because like he is just a fist fighter. He
Yeah.
just wrestles the
Batman
guys.
the
Is he
Animus-
as good at stealth as Keaton?
Yes.
Okay.
I think because they're based on each other.
He's
I
also the
think.
fastest Batman
You think so?
because in the intro there is a bank robbery.
He flash steps, like.
Yeah, he gets from the Batcave to the top of that building before they can climb the side of that building. So he gets across Gotham in that time. But even if he's just doing Batmobile and most of that, it's still really fast.
Okay, what we haven't talked about so far is detective skills.
He's the best
Will
detective.
that help them in a fight?
Yes.
That is the thing, yeah. I think it will, because it's going to help him with tracking, you see.
I've learned from watching Batman the Animated Series, Batman can win most fist fights as long as the opponent doesn't have a weapon.
Yeah.
If they pull like a pipe from a wall, he'll smack him with it. That
Yeah.
will get him.
It's context-based. In a hand-to-hand fight, you can't really beat him,
Yeah.
unless you're another Batman, which we'll get to later on.
Yeah.
Actually, just going back down the list, just to make sure we've covered detective skills. Keaton and Clooney, no detective skills. Keaton, reasonable detective skills.
Yeah.
And
You
Adam-
mean Kilmer and Clooney?
Kilmer and Clooney.
Yeah.
And then
Adam West. Actually, I think Robin might be the better detective out of that too. Because no, Adam West is great with riddles.
he's good with riddles, okay.
Good with riddles.
I don't know if any of the Batman are going to string a riddle, though. And the 1943 Batman.
Riddler shows up for 5
No,
seconds.
he's just really good at threatening people that he'll let his bats eat them.
That natural thinks that's amazing.
Yeah.
Alright.
He leaves he kidnaps a henchman.
Christian Bale.
Christian Bale.
We're going Dark Knight Christian Bale. 'cause that's
I would
what he's at his
argue he
best.
is the best suit.
No.
I think just keep
In Dark Knight.
I'd say we keep it Batman Begins.
I think we should go Dark Knight.
Dark Knight has more mobility to it.
Okay. Oh yeah,
I think
okay.
the very end of Dark Knight, so he has the sonar ability as well.
That's cheating though. That's
What?
a,
No,
that's
I
a
don't
context specific gadget.
Hear me out.
Wait, hang on. When
That
how does
ability-
make any, the Wilson Batman didn't have cell phones, so
That's what I'm saying. It only affects early 2000 cell phones.
Oh, okay.
Yeah?
Okay, yeah,
I'm
no,
back
I'm
on
on board.
board.
I'm on board.
Yeah,
I'm on board.
I would
That's
say,
fair.
yeah, I'd say the Dark Knight.
Actually, is this island populated? Is there people here?
It's Arkham Origin style where everybody's got
It's
home.
Christmas.
it's nothing but criminals on the streets.
Nothing but
everyone else-
criminals, okay.
And everyone else is at home.
That's good because they can interrogate the criminals for information.
I would say that Bale's armor at the end of Dark Knight is the best suit on this list. It's got the best mobility, it's got the best protection, and
No.
it's got extendable blades.
I can go two suits better. Lego Batman. That guy can just take a beating. His suit does
Okay,
not fall
we'll keep
apart.
him bet for now.
Alright, go on.
Alright, so he's got the blades that can fire out of his wrists. He's got batarangs that are just throwing stars.
Really good.
He does
at
have
throwing
explosives.
knives. Throwing knives.
They
can break
they
through
take 30.
concrete.
How long does the explosives take to go off? 3 minutes? 2 minutes?
Well, presumably they're remotely detonated.
Oh, I see.
No, he has a timer on them.
Wait, are you talking about that gun?
Yeah.
I don't think he has that.
All
If
right.
we're giving him that, then we have to give the Conroy Batman the gel from Arkham
No,
City.
all right.
Yeah,
All right,
see, no,
that's
yeah.
fair.
No, I don't
He
think...
does get his grappling gun, though, because he had
Yeah.
Batman Begins.
He always has grappling gun. He's always got the fully functioning cape.
Yeah.
We know that he can withstand a fall out of a building
Yeah.
and landing on a taxi because we've seen him do it. So he's got super high protection on that suit.
So basically, he is the best suit.
he has the best suit.
That
without
suit
doubt.
is good against guns and stuff, but close range attacks like a knife or a blade or a batarang.
It was specifically
could-
designed to protect him better against knives.
No,
Because that
it
whole
was-
thing with the dog bite.
That's the weakness. No, it's... He says...
the reason he gets rid of the old suit
small
is because
knives
of the
can go
dog bite.
through the plates, and that's why the Joker is able to get him up close. But like a gunshot can be blocked by it.
Yeah.
It's got gun padding, but not up.
It's got. He did say it had better like protection.
That's
against
the reason it has
small
more mobility, because the plates are smaller and more
and
mobile.
they're more spaced.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But
Okay, so-
he got rid of the old suit because the dog was able to bite.
I'm
through
going to
the
get
arm.
harsh for a second here. I don't like doing this, but I think he's got to lose serious points on detective skills. Because any
he needs-
detective work he does
and
in
combat
those
ability.
movies are absolute bullshit.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
I think he's got some good hand-to-hand combat, definitely. Because, I mean,
Does he though?
Yeah.
Like
that
it's
elbow
just
shit, man.
It's just elbows and punches, though.
Could we say he's the best at stealth?
no, I don't think so.
I still think that goes to Batman the Animated Series.
Okay, that's
that
fine,
Batman
yeah.
can
But
sneak
he's
up on
still, he
anybody.
is still good at stealth. Like there's
You know,
that,
he's good with the getaways.
Yeah. Yeah, he's good at getting out of there in a hurry.
and keep in mind, there's that bit where he's beating up the bunch of goons, and then he just vanishes up, and the guy's like, "Where are you?" And he's hanging upside down behind him. That's it. No, he just goes here.
But he's the Batman we see take the most pain as well. Even though his suit has good endurance, he's a Batman who can be hurt and has long-lasting
He's
effects
the
on
most
him.
human.
He's the most human.
Yeah, that is true, yeah.
No,
Oh,
Ben
can
Affleck.
we actually just
Say
we're
it's
saying it's dark. We're saying it's Dark Knight Batman, but can we please give Christian Bale the Technoni? Can
That
we
you can kick through concrete.
Can we give him the
sorry,
Technoni?
it's right after the end of Dark Knight.
We're giving him the Technoni.
All right, Badman.
Bad man. I don't know enough about this guy.
He's willing to kill.
He's willing to
put
kill
people to sleep, Jack.
He's willing to kill out of ignorance, and he's really good with the throwing knives. He can batarang people through the
right
eye
in the
without.
throat.
He batarangs one guy through the eye without looking at him.
Yeah.
And his armor is almost completely bulletproof.
He's got very irrational fears.
Yeah.
Throat skirt. Or no, is that bats?
Rumors.
Bats. Bats.
Justin Bieber, what are you doing here?
I think they can use those fears against him.
Not trusting. Of all the Batman, I think he trusts people the least.
I think he's going to lose points on the vanishing ability. His vanishing ability is
He's not good
to
with
be
it.
desired.
And the opposite of Adam West, he's not good with riddles.
He's not good at riddles at all.
Not at all.
I think, yeah, detective points.
helicopter?
Physical fitness, I don't think he's up to par.
He's even more emotionally unstable than Keaton.
Okay.
Okay,
Oh, and it needs to be said that he's very bad at focusing on one thing.
Yeah.
He'd much rather be, in the bay. Sitting on the dock of the bay. Watching the tide roll away.
Ben Affleck Batman. He's a Zack Snyder character, so he's practically invulnerable.
See, that's the thing. I think Ben
he's
Affleck
got the
Batman
Arkham-
has the best suit
He's
because
got the Arkham City combat.
Ben Affleck Batman can
people-
take a knife to the neck
people
and a
throw
gunshot.
everything. People shoot him in the back of the head in that movie, and he does not flinch.
I think he's the best
And
fighter
he's
by
just,
far.
he's just got like the rubber cowl, doesn't he? How is that thing bulletproof?
I don't know, but it is. And
It just is.
No, you can see how there's plates at the back where the knife just breaks off.
I think he is the best fighter.
willing to kill.
Willing to kill. Detective-wise...
Good enough.
Good enough.
He's
all
got
right.
one sound like beat up Superman. I mean,
Yeah, he did do that,
he
but...
took out a
With
Superman.
a mech suit while
With
he
a
was
mech-
weakened.
Yeah,
with
so,
kryptonite.
okay, yeah, that's...
Held his own in that dude. Well,
And we are not giving him the mech suit.
he was fast enough to avoid Doomsday, and
Okay.
Doomsday is half the speed of a Kryptonian because it's half Kryptonian.
That can't be right. It doesn't work like
Half
that.
human, half Kryptonian.
That's like saying, oh, I'm half Italian,
He's
so
got-
I'm just kind of good at
I
wine
got half of the Italian
I'm
powers.
pretty good at wine
He's got the
tasting.
bat
Pretty good
brand,
at making pizza.
Yeah, he's got a bat brand.
but he is the most emotionally unstable. Because if you drop the name Martha,
Yeah,
he's fucked.
he's got that.
Why did you say that name?
And they will all be saying that name because it's all their mothers. He will be unable to kill them.
He'll be unable to kill
because
a
they can
single
just
one.
say, "Hey, Martha was my mom too."
Oh fuck. There's one
He'll
or
be
two.
over Adam West and he'll just, what would Martha say of us now?
And actually, we know Batman animated series is willing to emotionally manipulate people because he did it to Harley Quinn.
Actually,
Oh, yeah.
Batman the Animated Series, because Ben Affleck is so invulnerable, can we go Justice League Unlimited? Because that Batman has fought two different Batmen. He's fought Terry McGinnis, and he's
what
fought...
defining abilities does he have from Justice League that would set him apart from the Batman animated series?
he's a better fighter.
Better fighter, okay.
He's a better fighter,
Maybe
better
you need to make him a
detective.
better fighter.
Yeah, he's learned to keep pace with these, like Superman and Wonder Woman.
Mm-hmm.
He's able to dodge attacks better.
He's able to dodge the Omega beams.
But what I'm saying is, when there's that episode where
That's
they
why I think we should make him Mask of the Phantasm.
No, but when he goes to the other world, he emotionally manipulates that Batman.
The other Batman beats him in that fight. He emotionally manipulates.
He was winning that
better.
fight though, because he was able to hide from that Batman.
They were both hiding from each other.
So what I'm saying is his stealth skills are good enough to hide from a Batman.
And I'd just like to say Justice Lord Batman actually wins that argument.
No, he doesn't.
He does.
They go on a little...
No, do you remember he says that thing? I've created a world where no other 10-year-old will lose their parents because of some thug with
He
a
wins
gun.
that argument.
And then they go out and they're driving. They see this one guy get arrested, and
Batman wins the argument.
Good Batman says, "They'd be proud of you, wouldn't they?" Justice Lord says, "Who? Mom and Dad."
They'd be proud of this, wouldn't they?
And he just gets grumpy.
World you. So he wins.
He just gets grumpy.
He wins overall.
He has the power to make people really fucking grumpy.
Yeah. All right.
Imagine if you just said Martha and
I think
just got real
we give Kevin Conroy Batman
He's
the
just
best,
with the spear,
the best
just go-
negotiation skills.
Yeah. Okay.
Can you imagine if when they'd said Martha, it had just made Affleck really grumpy? So they'd say, Martha, save Martha, and it's just. Why'd you say that name?
Why'd you say that name, man? What do you got to ruin my day? Why do you do that?
How much better is Batman and Superman if Batman had just killed Superman? And the second half of the movie is him disposing of the body, intercut with Wonder Woman fighting Doomsday.
Yeah, he just stabs them through the chest with a spear, and they just, oh shit, no, I didn't mean to do it, man.
It's funny,
He's just like, tries to stuff him down
Him and
the
Alfred.
toilet.
No, it cuts to Wayne Manor, and
He's trying to
Alfred.
stuff a leg down the toilet and crying.
It cuts to Wayne Manor,
for
and
this to happen.
Alfred's digging the grave, and he's like, "Marsh to Bruce is fine, happens to the best of," and we ban over, and we
Happens
just.
to the best of us. So you're like Jeremy Irons just as a masked rave. It's like every time a it's Jeremy. Every time a mailman has come to the that's not Jeremy Irons. I'm doing it anyway. Every time a mailman has come to the door and I've shot him in the face with a shotgun, thinking it was the Joker.
It's even
he was
funnier
going to rape me. Well, it was justified. It happens to the best of us.
It's even funnier to imagine he opens up the mass grave again, and we go in, and we just see Green Lantern and like the Flash bodies just on the floor.
My God, how many Robins are there? 19. God, you gotta love Children. You gotta love Child Grinder. You gotta love Child
Bring
Grinder.
it back. Bring it back.
It really broke my heart to put that tumor in Robin's head.
Oh God!
Alfred's just like.
Yeah, he starts shooting Batman and just kills him.
Okay,
Alright.
so
Will Arnett's Lego Batman. What are we going for rules on him?
I think it stands to reason that, like Al Capone, the great gang leader, there is a 10% chance during the match he could be brought in for tax evasion because he does not pay his taxes. He told us.
But
So he turns up and he immediately gets arrested.
maybe Bruce Wayne pays his taxes and Batman doesn't.
Well, hey, if he's working two separate personalities, they both got to pay their taxes, buddy.
Is he a master builder in this universe? He is. We see him build the
He's got to be,
creature.
but there's no Lego bricks.
There is if he breaks into a toy store.
But he can't.
By that definition, then he's that size.
Yeah, hang on.
That's what I was thinking.
How big is he?
Oh, is he
the
doing
size
like
of
an
the
Ant-Man?
I think he's got to be an inch tall. That'd be great.
Yeah, that's what I'm thinking.
Yeah.
He just does an Ant-Man.
He's a
line.
master builder. He can beat most opponents if he breaks into song. And he's taken on the most villains and probably the best fighter, but he's only an inch tall.
I don't know. I don't think
He
he's the
takes
best
on like
fighter.
40 villains.
He's
at the
only
start of
taking
that
on
movie,
Lego people who can move as much as he can move, which isn't a lot.
which is the same mobility as Christian Bale in Batman Begins.
Just fair.
He's going to
Keep the elbows up.
Keep fighting the elbow guy.
Also,
Except it's Lego arms, so his hands
just
are like
claws.
centimeters apart. He's
literally
not
just-
blocking anything.
Literally
you know?
just holding his hands over his head and getting the shit.
unless he's melted, he can't actually be destroyed. You need an awful lot of force to destroy Lego Batman.
Oh, Kilmer's his top enemy then.
Yeah, he can melt them.
Kilmer's got his
George
melting
Clooney's got
razor.
his.
It's like the
Clooney in
Craggle,
melting
except reversed.
Exactly.
Yeah.
All right.
So-
shall we get into it?
From
I
the
think we
top
should.
down, quick reminder. The Wilson Batman has
Actually, yeah.
threatening pet bats and kidnapping.
Oh, wait, actually, hold up. I think it's worth noting. Lewis Wilson,
this the time
Batman. He also brands the criminals, except with a bat sticker on their head.
Oh.
And he always leaves a note for the police. And also, he has no threshold. He is not a good fighter, but he is determined as fuck. Rihanna, I feel I have to show you this clip because I've showed both Jack and John.
Yeah. No, I'm just saying.
All right.
Okay, he has pet bats. Why am I picturing? You know, in Bioshock, where you get the like
crows?
powered
Bees.
He's and shoots into a bat claw and fires a lot of bats.
shoots bats out of his hands.
You can actually Dracula Untold you.
Oh, yeah.
Giant bats.
Murder of Crows is so fun to use in Infinite.
Yes, it is.
What's the thing for rats? There's a great one for rats.
That's in Dishonored.
That's that ring swarm from Dishonored.
No, I mean, what's the name for a group of rats? There's a really funny name for it, and I can't remember what it is.
Rihanna, check this shit out.
Okay, so we're looking at the Wilson Batman.
We'll post this on
He's
Twitter.
just beating the shit out of
Look
a
at
bunch
him
of
go!
guys.
The cape flies off! It flies off, he doesn't give a shit! He's going for it!
He's not a good fighter, but he was just going fucking crazy.
He's going ham!
He just jumped a bunch of people.
He just jumps and he's just like.
He's beating them up the only way a 40 strong man could.
He literally just threw a gangster over a table.
But
like it looks like a realistic fight. They're crowding
does.
it. They're crowding him and like trying to push him back, and he's just throwing left and right.
Is he the more
fucking
realistic
going at
Batman?
it.
He's the most realistic Batman because he's just a dude. His cape always comes off because it's attached by a bit of string.
Alright, that means
Okay.
nobody can drag him down by the cape.
So
That's exactly it.
No capes.
Wilson Batman.
No capes. That's an advantage. No capes.
Wilson threatening pet bats, kidnapping, stickers, no threshold, no capes.
Detachable cape.
I'm out.
Oh, and windows. Watch the windows. He's
He's
fucking
about to
coming
fight.
into
He
the
just
window.
throws the cape to the ground.
Okay,
There's
yeah.
gonna be an awful lot of broken windows.
Adam West, surfing enthusiast, bomb disposal, disguising skills, combat.
Yeah.
Keaton, stealth, physically fit, fucking crazy. Kilmer, coins, willing to let people die, boring. Clooney, armor, puns, acrobatics, laser, skates.
Card.
Conroy, well armed, rebreather, gliding, stealth, fastest, detective.
Smoke pellets.
Bale, best suit, gliding, techno knee.
I still don't think he has the best suit. I think Ben Affleck has a better
I
suit.
think Ben Affleck after
because it's
discussing his
mobile
best suit.
and it can take more of a beating.
And it can seemingly take any amount of damage.
Yeah, it can be set on fire and he'll be fine.
Yeah.
Yeah, but Bale's one's cooler.
No, it's not.
Badman, bulletproof armor, throwing knife skill. Affleck, arguably best fighter, murderer,
Physically
but he has the
strongest.
worst weakness.
Worst weakness.
And Arnett, tax evader, tiny, sings.
They're in the middle. They're just fighting, and there's just like
You've got Master Builder.
a 2-second break
He's
in the
also
fight,
Master Builder.
and
That's
someone
irrelevant.
just goes up to like Batflick. They just go up to Batflick and just whisper Martha in his ear. They just go,
Why did he say that? If they can sneak up on Affleck and get that word in his ear, he's fucked.
Okay, oh yeah, it's like they, like him and Bale are fighting in the shipping container area. He goes, "Where did you go?" Martha.
Alright, let's start from the
And
start.
he's done.
They appear on the outskirts of Gotham City, each an equal distance from the center. The bat signal goes up in the air. Who's the first one to get to GCPD?
Conroy.
Conroy's the first one to
Conroy,
arrive.
definitely. He's fucking spry.
Who's second fastest after that?
I'd say, Bale, because he's
Bale.
got the Lamborghini. He just.
Can he
We're not doing vehicles, but he has great gliding abilities, and
Yeah.
He's got the
great
glider.
grapple.
He's got the glider.
I feel like George Clooney will get there fast because he'll
"Wait, we're
turn.
not including capes, are we?"
He'll turn up on the street.
Oh.
There's very few people around, but he'll flash the back credit card and buy a car.
He can get a taxi or a car. He can buy himself a car.
a taxi.
Yeah.
He's got a taxi.
No, I think that's fair. That them's the rules.
Alright.
He'll buy himself a fucking Lambo.
instantly.
He'll just steal a Lambo and just throw money at the dealer.
It's just GTA. You just spawn in a Lambo.
So
Are we all saying Lambo now?
Yeah.
Is that? Are we the guys who say Lambo?
Yeah.
It's just a Lamborghini, but it looks
Alright,
like Rambo.
So Christian
you know?
Bale,
The Rambo Lambo.
Rambo,
Christian
Lambo.
Bale.
Get that lamb out of here.
All right, Christian Bale, George Clooney,
The reason he doesn't
and Conroy.
The reason he doesn't pay rent is because he's a lamb, dude. He's a lamb. He's straight lamb.
They're all
Get
there.
that lamb out of here.
Shut the fuck up, John.
Okay,
the fuck up.
I think it's well or not Lego Batman. He has to walk to the nearest toy store, which is a very long walk for him. But once he gets there, he can build himself a ship.
Yes.
Okay.
He can build a spaceship.
But he has to walk to the toy store.
No, how funny is it that he gets to the door and it's like Toy Story where he's jumping on the thing he can't get in. Alright.
Also, I think we would give him stealth points, but he isn't stealthy in Lego Batman, so I don't think he would employ stealth. He would like scream at them from
He's just really small. Nobody
inch
hears
high.
it. Alright, so anyway, Shut up, Crow. Conroy Keith.
You sound more and more like Varamir from Game of Thrones every day.
I know.
Shut up, Crow.
Alright, so fuck, who are the three who make it there first?
You got.
Swear to God, Crawl, kill
I
your family.
agree with you, girl.
You got
Again,
Bale.
you sound like a wildling.
You got Bale. You got Clooney. And you got Conroy.
Alright,
So who's going to win that fight?
The Crow agrees with you.
Okay, I'd say Christian Bale's just going in fists. I think Clooney is dead very fast.
Fists ass.
Clooney is fucked very fast.
I feel like Conroy takes an elbow to the head and goes down for a second before he realizes it's a fight. Before
Yeah.
he's like, wait, you're Batman as well. Elbow to the face.
Yeah, because I think he has that confidence about him that he'll assume he can
Yeah.
take on anyone, but then he gets the elbow.
He
He
takes,
gets out with a cheeky elbow.
he takes an elbow to the face, he goes down for a second, and in that moment, I feel like Christian Bale grabs George Clooney, chucks him over the side of the building, and says, I'm not going to kill you, I just don't have to save you.
No, do you know what he says?
Dude, the reason he isn't paying rent is because he's a lamb, dude. He's a full-on lamb, dude. 100%.
What is this a reference to?
Get that lamb out of here!
Okay.
We don't know what you're referencing.
Okay.
Get that lamb out of here!
Calm down,
Anyway.
Bob.
I just get that lamb out of
Is,
here.
is Clooney out that quickly? Because he's got armor. He's got a bit of resistance.
I've got it.
Okay.
Him and Bale, they're grabbing each other, they're grappling, and they fall over the side of the building. They go there, they crash into Cooney's Lamborghini.
Cooney's?
Not Cooney's,
Clooney.
Cooney's an English teacher in my school.
Cooney's an
Cooney,
Irish
if you're
teacher in
listening,
my
good
school.
man.
My God, that's weird.
Does he have a beard?
No.
Alright, never mind.
Is yours balding?
Oh,
Evil
actually,
twin brother!
okay. Actually, you're on something when they're both toppling off the building. I think Bale knows he's going to survive that fall.
Yeah.
But Clooney's going to die. But Conroy saves him
Yes.
because Conroy don't kill.
Conroy back
Conroy
grappling.
don't kill.
Conroy
I'm
swings
in
down
love.
on his grapple hook. He grabs Clooney, and then he gets up. And then Arkham Asylum style. Once you save a criminal, you get up onto the ledge, punch in the back of the head. He's out.
I also feel like he takes his
Yeah, to be honest, I feel like Conroy probably has killed a shit ton of people just accidentally.
But I think he takes his laser though. Because you know what you do in Arkham Asylum once you beat a bad guy?
You take their weapon.
take
I
your
think he
weapon.
takes the whole utility belt, but he's just like, alright, I have this, well, I can take some more of those.
Yeah, I think he takes the laser. I think
the
he leaves
boots.
this.
He takes his boots
Takes
off.
the boots. You never know.
He attaches them to the bottom of his own. Alright, who's the
Well,
next?
to be honest, if we were using the Arkham game logic, he somehow turned the boots into a blade shooter that never ran out of blades.
I think you got two guys who are just going for a stroll because they're 1940s and 1960s men. I think Adam West and Lewis Wilson are just walking and they encounter each other, but I can't see them fighting.
I feel like they team up.
I feel like they team up.
No, I feel like
You're a
Lewis
Justice
Wil-
Crusader
Lewis
as well.
Wilson just-
Yeah.
Let's go, old chum.
Lewis Wilson just goes, "What? You're the Batman? Yes. You're a vigilante. That's against the law. I'm the only vigilante in this town." And he just fucking clocks West. But see, and it's that same. It's like just still angle. It's just Adam West trying to biff pow him, and he's just beating the shit out of him.
See, I think
He's like, he's going buck wild.
Yeah, he's just, oh my god.
You see, the thing is,
No, they don't
he-
fight.
he's used to working with us because they both have Robins.
Yeah.
And I
Yeah.
think they can relate to each other.
Does
with
Wilson beat the shit out of his Robin?
No, he doesn't.
I think he does.
I feel, no, the
If
two,
there's anyone on Child Grinder, I think it's Wilson.
they both go up, they look each other in the eye, and
Why
they're
is
like,
the child
there's
grinder
justice to be
thing?
done.
It came from Jack.
He was saying orphan Tinder, I said child grinder for the
Orphans can be adults.
Anyway,
I'd say they go for a sweet handshake and then they just walk down the street.
no, I feel like they go in, they grapple for a second.
But then they see a robbery, and Wilson starts beating the shit out of the robbers. So, because we agreed it's criminals only, everyone's at home,
Yeah.
because it's Christmas.
It's Christmas.
So, Wilson just starts beating the shit out of a bunch of people, and West starts like, "No, old chum, you can't do it like that, it's not the way." So he biff pows him, and then they fight.
No, that's not what happens. They grapple for a sec, they see a man robbing like a TV store,
Did someone say Robin?
and he's coming up with a flat screen under his arm.
And Wilson goes, "What is that strange device? He's from the future," and starts beating the shit out of him.
Wilson beats the shit out of him, and Batman 66 turns a blind eye and returns the TV to the store.
Yeah.
They come back and have a hearty handshake, even though Wilson's hand is just covered in blood.
Yeah, Wilson, like it's Adam West is the Batman who went to church every Sunday
Yeah.
and helped old ladies cross the street. Wilson is the guy who just straight beats the
He's
shit out
jumping
of
through the church window and
Yeah.
punching the priest.
because the priest has like mob connections.
Yeah.
So, Wilson doesn't have any combat training. He's just a guy.
He's a 1940s
real
strong.
angry.
Alright, so they both start jogging towards the GCPD.
I
There's
think
justice to be done.
they got the good, the bad.
Yeah,
together
they do a handshake. Like
one saving the guys, and one is just beating the shit out of the guy.
there's justice
So
to
I
be
guess
done.
Val
Will
Kilmer
Trump.
is the ugly.
Val Kilmer, hey, yeah, what's Kilmer doing this whole time?
All right, so I think who's the next one to arrive on the scene?
Actually, yeah, I'd like to say I never really had a problem with Hal Rudnick. That was just a thing I was saying
Alright.
because I felt I needed
That
it.
doesn't
Fuck
really-
you, Val Kilmer.
That doesn't matter right now.
Fuck
Anyway,
you, Kilmer.
Okay, Val Kilmer, I think he's got a grapple gun, so he's on the rooftops. He's making his way.
I think him and Batfleck turn up at the same time.
Okay, yeah.
I think they turn up at the same time, and it's just a massacre.
Why is Batfleck the only one who gets bat added to his name? Why isn't it like Bale is Battle?
Battle.
Bayful?
This is a battle.
I think Ben Affleck is pulverizing that dude.
I think Ben Affleck lands behind him and just snaps his
And
neck.
then
That's the only fair way to do it.
And then
Brands
Wilson
him.
comes out of nowhere and just donkey punches him in the back of the head.
Oh no! What the fuck?
He's trying to do all the Arkham style blocks and dodges, and Wilson just like gets him in a chokehold and starts punching him in the chin.
I think
And it's like he's not doing good. He's getting like cheek and chin, but Wilson's just fucking going for it. He's swinging, and like he's overwhelmed. Batfleck's never dealt with an enemy like this before. Usually they're trained like him. They can fight well. They've got guns. Wilson is a man without morals.
He's a
It's like-
madman.
He just jumps on Batfleck's
Actually-
back.
All right,
It's like got him in a choke.
Hear me out. All right, so
I
Wilson
think Wilson might win this.
and West are strolling towards the ground where they meet Christian Bale lying on top of a taxi.
He's fucked for a while.
He rolls out, and now it's Adam West and Wilson taking on Christian Bale.
Why did they fight?
Because
in the
and
screen.
I'll tell you fucking exactly why. Because Christian Bale's eye slits are too small, and Wilson thinks he's Japanese.
He thinks he's a Chinaman.
He thinks he's a Japanese because he fought the Japanese in the war and he's racist towards them.
My God, it's a dirty chap.
Yeah,
Don't scream that.
he calls him a squint eyes, and then he attacks him.
He goes up
And they're
he's
like trying to drag him off, and he's. I used to use your gook friends as sandbags, you motherfucker.
Well, they're fighting, right? And fucking Adam West isn't taking part. He's like, we're all Justice Crusaders. We don't have to fight each other. Bale's beating the shit out of
Bale's got a disadvantage though. He just fell off the building.
Bale's winning, and he's got the other guy on the ground. And then
He's
West,
beating up one guy, except one
And
of
then
his
Wilson
arms are like
donkey
weirdly
punches
twisted.
West thinks he's going too far. He's like, you're too gritty. You're going too far. Goes up and judo chops him on the back of the neck, which is now weakened because of the slits in the neck.
Oh yeah.
He doesn't have the rubberneck anymore.
Yeah, strikes him right in the back of the neck. He goes down. He's disorientated, and this is where Wilson, a man who never stays down, gets.
And I like to think he just crawls on top of him and is just hammer fisting him in the face.
And it's really awkward hammer fisting as well. It's like, what I like about the Wilson Batman is there is no flair. He's just, and like, they're like really, really like awkward grunting the entire time. He's just like,
He knocks Bale out, and he goes to take his mask off, and he gets tased.
He gets tasered and he's on the ground for a
but
while.
he doesn't stay down.
He gets up, and he's got a bit of a twitch.
He's kind of a nervous.
He just gets up and fucking gooked lightning magic. What is this? How can you do this?
Dirty Japs and their magic dragon. He's fucking. Wes, he's like, "Are you okay, old chap?" I'm fine. What are you?
Hey, just West is like, old chum, are you doing alright? I just shat my pants.
He's like, do you want to stop and change his pants? He's like, no, keep going.
Wilson just puts a hand on West's shoulder. Goes, I need to go home. And he's out of the game for a while.
The whole time we're cutting back to Lego Batman making his way to Toys R Us. Slowly but surely.
I think
Eventually he reaches there and you just can't get the door open.
I think
it's
he
an automatic door, but it won't register.
as a
him.
fair twist, I think there's a criminal inside robbing this toy store, right?
Yeah.
Ben Affleck goes to the stop and he steps on Will Arnett, and Will Arnett gets trapped in the grid of his boot, and that's how he gets into that toy store.
Okay.
Because Ben Affleck goes in and he kills this criminal.
No, this is
right
George
now.
Clooney. This is not true.
It's got to be the Conroy because he gets stuck in the crevice for the like skate.
No, it's this is what Michael Keaton's been doing the whole time.
You're right,
you see.
fucking Keaton, the
We
wild
haven't-
card.
Keaton's been off, just getting
the wild card.
Keaton's getting random shit together.
Keaton is the only
Wait,
one-
actually, you got to bear in mind two things. One, Keaton is the only guy insane enough to team up with an inch-tall man. Two, they have the same suit.
Oh
They're
my
wearing
God,
the
they
same
do.
suit.
He's on his shoulder guiding him what to do.
Yeah.
You want to get nuts? Let's get
He
nuts.
just thinks it's his Jiminy Cricket.
It's like Ratatouille. He's under the cowl.
He's in the ear.
Yeah.
They're watching it on television, and he's like, "Hey, you want to win this thing?" He's like, "I guess." He's like, "Get me to a Toys R Us. I'll build us some sweet ass shit." So they're good.
It's just
And Keaton just
there.
starts twitching. He's like, I don't like reminders of my childhood.
Let's get nuts.
Let's get nuts.
All right, so Ben Affleck jumps down from the roof, and I think at this stage, fucking Conroy jumps down as well. So it's Conroy, West, Ben Affleck, and Wilson who's doing it.
I think Wilson's at the game. He's after shitting himself.
No. Wilson went home. He got a change of pants. So he comes back. He's still wearing the outfit. And
He's
got
wearing miscolored pants stuff.
No. He's wearing hockey pants.
Oh yeah.
Wilson's come back wearing a pair. He's still wearing the cowl and the tie-on cape, but he's just got hockey
Wait.
pants on.
How many electric shocks do you think Christian Bale's suit has?
15.
How great is it to imagine
15.
Wilson, after taking 15 shocks, tears the pants off of that suit?
I think he does. Yeah, he absolutely tears the pants off that
It's
suit.
like the tear-off pants. He just grabs the knees and come off.
No,
in
he
one
goes
jump.
in his jocks. He goes in. Okay, what else?
Alright, so who's going for who in this four-way fight? Apart from Wilson, who's on the floor trying to pull Christian Bale's pants off. He's trying to pull his pants off.
Wait,
Why is he trying to pull
guys,
Christian Bale's pants
Because he
off?
wants a pair of pants.
did Bale even have
Start
pants?
fan fiction.
No, it's all the one suit.
Oh, is it all
It was a
one suit?
onesie.
There it is.
Okay. Okay, so
Wait, would Adam West not because he's a good friend, offer the trunks from the outside of his pants?
He would. You're absolutely right.
He would.
Yeah.
So they go down an alleyway to get changed.
Oh God.
And you just hear, oh, here, let me, they just hear in the back, here, let me help you with that, old chum. Get your hands off me, you faggot.
Actually,
and then
no.
the fight breaks out.
I think because they both got so conservative beliefs, they don't see any homoeroticism in the act of trading pants.
No.
They're looking each other
But
dead in the eyes. They're
I
getting
feel like
changed.
Wilson would be really sensitive about that stuff.
I think he's.
Way more than West would be.
No, I feel like Wilson gives him a pat on the ass on the way out of the alleyway. All right,
Like
so
old men in a changing room.
oh, they're both in crime alleyway because none of them have the dead parents situation. None of them care.
Actually, you're right. There are only two people that can withstand that.
All right, so hear me out. Conroy and Ben Affleck are the only ones in the street now, so they're going ham fist for it.
Okay.
Ooh, interesting.
Ben Affleck's invulnerable.
But see, the thing is, Ben Affleck's got the fighting skills. But if Conroy gets a right hook in, he's going 10 feet in the air.
Yeah.
Due to cartoon logic.
Plus, Conroy has taken out way more opponents. He's taken down Bane. He's taken down Scarecrow.
Yeah.
Yep. Well, Scarecrow isn't exactly a physical threat.
Plus, I think here's what I'm imagining.
He's fought Ra's al Ghul with a sword, shirtless.
exactly
With the cowl on.
With Cal.
I mean, really, in the Batman TV show, Scarecrow's only real threat was the fact that he was carrying a shillelagh. And he was good with the shillelagh.
He was good.
Okay, no, I think this is how it goes down. They're going
And
punch.
there was a hallucination scene where he killed Batgirl with that shillelagh.
That's a great episode.
That is good.
All right, so Conroy gets in close, lands a few punches, not affecting Ben Affleck. Ben Affleck does a kick and launches Conroy through a wall.
Okay.
Conroy's like, fuck, this guy's pretty much made of stone. Only one thing I can do. Throws down a gas pellet, takes his cape off, fills it with the bricks. We know he's not against doing this. He's done it against Bane several times. Fills his cape with... Yeah. And because he's a master of stealth, Ben Affleck's coming through the fog and he's like, where are you?
Fucking brick to the face.
Oh no.
Sack of bricks to the back of the head.
I think he's got a nail in the chin, though.
I think he'll get it.
He's got a nail in the chin.
Ben Affleck's just swinging wildly, and I feel like just pack of bricks to the back of the head.
So
The
Here
sickening
comes
crack.
emotional manipulation.
oh, that actually makes sense because
Sickening crack
Conroy's
of his
Batman
jaw
learned how to
dislocated.
fight in prison. I once got slocked so bad that I was in a coma for 3 days. Same basic principle.
I think Ben Affleck's just there. I think he rips the bricks out of Conroy's hand. The stealth jig is up, and then
He looks down.
Would that not break his jaw?
he starts beating him up, and he
made a grand.
he's got the batarang in his hand. He's about to cut Conroy's sword, and then Conroy goes, "Hey, do you remember Martha? Do you remember
Why did you say?
how she used to tell us bedtime stories?"
He starts freaking out.
And then Ben Affleck starts cutting himself because he's so emotionally unstable.
He just goes, do you remember that one? How did it go again?
Martha.
Leaves from the vine. And Affleck just, no!
Alright, so they're fighting, and Affleck's got him pinned down. He says the Martha thing, picks him up, chucks him through another wall. He likes chucking people. pulls off the both bat belts, both utility belts. And he's like, "You're not too good without your gadgets." And he's like, "Yeah, but those aren't my gadgets." He's pulled off George Clooney's belt, which he's attached an explosive to. Blows up in his hand.
I think it blows off Ben Affleck's hand.
And Affleck walks off like it's nothing.
And then he just pops open his belt and pulls out Jason Momoa. Just throws him like a throwing knife. Just, I'm from Hawaii, bro. And then just
Oh my god, I'm picturing, like Tropic Thunder when your man's hands are supposed to be blown off. I'm picturing
He's
that.
just got the hooks.
Actually, I don't think the suit is actually going to get damaged too much by that explosion. It's going to startle him.
Yeah.
I think Lego Batman is the key to taking down Batman.
I have an idea for this as well. So, they're rugged, they're knocking each other around the place, and he's got Conroy on his ass. And he's like, "You think they'd be proud of you? You think you learned something special? My parents taught me everything I know about dying in an alleyway. Who do you think you are?"
So does that mean you're really good at dying in alleyways?
Listen, he does the "I am vengeance, I am the night" thing, and as he does it, Wilson donkey.
Yeah, in the game.
I think that speech gets him into a rage mode whereby he can beat Ben Affleck, but it is immediately stopped by a donkey punch to the kidney.
No, I'm thinking he does the speech, and as he does it, it distracts Ben Affleck enough for both Wilson and Adam West to attack Batman from behind.
The best thing about Wilson is you can't defend against it. Because, like, even if you did, you're trying to go for the elbows, he just fucking gets you with a right cross across the jaw.
He just doesn't fucking stop.
He's just so straightforward and unstylized.
Wilson's
that they
attacking Ben Affleck. He's just giving him everything. He's got a nervous twitch. He's hitting twice as fast with lightning
how
powers.
Conroy always, in the cartoons, Conroy's punches were always telegraphed by about 3 seconds.
Yeah.
So he'd get like megaton punch.
There's
By
nothing
the
much
time
more-
he's reeling up, Wilson's already got 3 punches in.
I think Adam West goes over and helps Conroy up. He's like, "Don't worry, Justice friend. Let me," and he builds him a tourniquet for his broken arm because he's
Wilson
going
is
through
now
3
my
walls.
favorite Batman.
I think
Wilson's in with a chance.
he's just beating the shit out of Conroy, and then Ben Affleck comes up behind him dazed. He grabs him by the cape, and then it just comes off in his hand. He goes, "What the fuck?" And then Wilson turns around, perceives him as a threat, and it starts on him too.
Right.
My bats will eat your lips, bitch.
Adam West gets up and he's like holding Conroy over his shoulder. They're both like limping away. He's like, "My God, 4 or 5 Batmen. This is nuts." And then you hear shouting, "You think this is nuts? Let's get nuts."
He descends from the sky.
Computer, activate "Let's Get Nuts" protocol, which is a thing in the Lego Batman.
Oh shit! Yeah.
He comes in a giant Batmobile made out of Lego, just driven by Michael Keaton with Lego Batman on his shoulder.
How much Lego did they have?
They
They had
hit
a
him.
toy store full of Lego, and this is an American Lego store.
Yeah,
It's not all black; it's all
They
different
could have
colors.
just,
Mix and
they
match
could have
bricks.
just hit up an actual Lego store.
they did. They hit up 3 Lego stores.
That's what they've been doing this whole time.
They just drove from one to the other, and it took less time each time, but the first
Actually,
time
guys,
it was just one
No,
wheel.
it starts off he builds a Lego like bicycle for him, then a Lego sidecar.
Actually, guys, I know how Wilson. How he is stopped here because
I don't know.
the Lego plane crashes into the ground, right? But Conroy Keaton combo gets out, and I guess they just start.
Wait,
I guess they go for Batfleck.
It's Arnett Keaton, isn't it?
Yeah, it's Aronaki. Yeah, sorry. And then Keaton comes out, and I guess he goes for the strategically the weakest, who at this point is Affleck.
Yeah, because everybody's piling on Affleck because he's the biggest threat.
And
And
he's
then-
concussed from
Yeah.
the stalking.
Then Wilson, he's about to go for Keaton. But bear in mind, he's got no pants and no boots. He stepped on Lego bricks. And he can't, he's immobilized because of the agony. And he just keels over.
Okay, so Wilson's out, but he's not.
He's down, but not out.
down.
He's out,
Not
not
out,
out. He's just
Alright,
rolling around on
Lego
the floor.
Batman, after his plane is destroyed, starts singing and building something again, but we don't see what he's
Oh,
building.
fuck.
Wait, who was it who took Clooney's belt?
That was Conroy.
It was
Conroy.
Conroy,
But
that
blew
was
it
taken by Batfleck again because he blew it up.
Okay, but does Conroy still have the laser?
I think he's still got the laser.
Still has the laser.
Yeah.
That laser's enough to melt plastic. I think we know how Arnett's going down. Conroy just goes, "Lego isn't living. He's not killing though. So fuck it. I killed Clayface. I can kill a plastic man."
I think he aims at that Batfleck first and it just doesn't affect him.
I think it bounces
Bounces off his chest.
Actually, I think it bounced off and it hits Adam West in the cheek.
No.
And they all go, no! And Adam West's like, I'm okay, seriously, guys. And it's just a massive gash across his face. And everyone's like, oh no!
Blood, you know, just
It's okay. It cauterized itself. We're all good.
Yeah. Gentlemen, you know what I do when I get a boo-boo? I put a plaster on it and I sing a song. And I think they have like a World War II or World War I in the trenches Christmas Day. They all just stop fighting, and Adam West just tells them a story.
No, even better. Adam West gets injured, and he's like, "Holy Mary, Mother and Joe, what was that? Great Scott!" And Affleck turns around, he's like, "Did you say Martha?" No, I said Mary. What's wrong with Martha? Why did you say that name? They do the Martha thing again.
But it's like you know the Family Guy Star Wars parody. You know the nod that does everyone's nodding at each other. It's that, but with Martha.
Oh God! Martha. I just realized something.
everyone just starts repeating Martha over and over again.
Lego Batman is all these Batman wrapped into one. We established that in the movie.
Okay.
Meaning, he knows about the Martha weakness, and he's most certainly told Michael Keaton that.
But he'd also be weak to it, wouldn't he?
He'd be weak to it, but he's probably wearing like earmuffs.
Because
He's building
bear in
Lego
mind,
earmuffs.
he's experienced all of the Batman.
Yeah, so he knows exactly what he's doing.
So who's out so far?
So you could
Who's
have
down?
like
Who's
Wilson's
down
and
and
Adam's resistance to
Kilmer's
like,
out, Clooney is out,
the whole
Bale is out.
dead parent.
Bale is out.
Did we kill Bale?
I think we did. He got fucked up by Wilson. He got fucked. Like, I think. No, I mean to be fair, he fell off the building, which won't completely knock him down. But after that, he got the Wilson treatment, so he's out.
At this point, I think Wilson's hands are just bloody and broken.
Oh no, they're little things.
But
They're
he's
little
still
shards
punching.
of blood and like
They're bits
bone.
of bone. He's got no hands left.
He looks like Doomsday. His knuckles are protruding from his hands.
But he's still
Okay, so
punching.
Clooney and Kilmer are down.
Yeah.
Are we saying Batman's still around?
Batman got hit by a bus on the way.
He's gone. He's gone.
I thought he was a clear winner, to be honest, Batman.
All right.
He never got in the fight, did he? He just...
He got hit by a bus.
So Lego
He was
Batman.
on his way over, but then he got run over by Keaton and
I
Lego
don't-
Batman
I think-
on their way.
I think
Actually,
Lego Batman's in this
I'd
particular.
say Batman might still be out. He's just, he's in the Gotham Bay.
Yeah.
Sitting in the Gotham Bay.
I think.
Watching the
Wait. Lego Batman. He doesn't understand human physics, though. He doesn't understand that if you shoot at somebody, it'll kill them. So he's building a harpoon gun.
Okay, yeah.
Because he thinks, oh, I'll just shoot him plastic on plastic, it'll knock him away. It goes straight through someone's chest.
Oh,
Actually, is
like
Affleck still up?
Logan.
Affleck
Are
is
we
still
saying
up.
Affleck's down?
No, Affleck's up, but everybody's piling on Affleck.
Yeah, because they realize he's the biggest threat there. And 'cause
Logan,
Bale is
like
gone
Logan
now.
X-23, still
Is Bale
harpooning
down?
straight
Bale
to
is
the
down
chest.
and
Yeah.
out.
Bale is down. Conroy, his arm is completely shattered, and he's taking a beating. From
He's
going
using
through
the
this wall.
cowl as a fucking.
No, he's
as a
using
sling
He's
for his arm.
he's using Wilson's cape as a tourniquet that
Yeah,
Adam West
you're
made
right.
him. Yeah. Adam West is fine except for a little cut on the cheek.
I think Adam West is actually I think Ben Affleck is in this murderous rage because everyone keeps saying Martha, and I think Adam West is the guy that sits him down.
I think Adam West goes up and just gives him a hug and
Yeah.
doesn't let go. And
It's not your fault. It's not your fault.
And because he doesn't know how to fight somebody who's not fighting him, he's just trying to shrug him off. He's trying to shake him off.
West comes
Yeah.
over, just puts one hand on Affleck's shoulder and goes, Chief, it's not your fault. I know that. It's not your fault. Get your hands off me, man. It's not your fault. And he just starts like dragging him into the hug. It's not your fault. Please don't do this, man. It's not your fault. And he's just like cradling him like a child. Just it's not your
I
fault.
Why am I thinking you're just hugging Wilson gets up and just...
Wilson just donkey punches.
I think
That's how Affleck goes down.
I think Affleck's out after this. He's gone.
West brings him in, starts calming him down, and the next thing you know, West starts like really tenderly taking the cowl off. He's like, "Let me see your face, kiddo." He's like weeping. He's like, I don't know what to do anymore." And then Wilson just full force to the temple, and just it kills him. It kills him.
Conroy
Or
realizes
better yet, Wilson gets his hands on one of the bricks that Conroy has, and he just clocks him.
Shit. If Wilson had a brick, he's killing a man.
Oh yeah, no, he's going for it.
Actually, at the end, I think he puts the bat sticker on Batfleck's head, and that's it.
He's just literally like Affleck's on the ground, brained, like eyes rolled into the back of his head, blood leaking out of his nose, and he's just dead. And Wilson just puts the bat sticker on his forehead. He goes, "You learned your lesson now, bud." And he starts walking. Now, don't do it again, or my bats will eat your face.
I know how this ends.
I love how he said Keaton was the crazy one. Fucking Wilson.
I figured out how it
Insane.
finishes. Conroy realizes Lego Batman knows all their weaknesses and is a non-living thing, so he melts him.
He's got it.
Yeah,
Now this-
I melts him.
This is a Batman who's willing to give his life for the greater good. And he sees Wilson, this beast who will take a beating and get back up, and he's just ripping through people. So he runs at him, and he takes the explosives from the different bat belts, attaches them to his hand, runs up and grabs onto him. And just as you think he's about to blow himself up and take Wilson with him, fucking Adam West comes up, pulls him off, he picks up Wilson and the explosives, and he's like, some days you just can't get rid of a bomb. Flies out of the building, blowing himself up with Wilson.
Why did he bring Wilson with him?
He's got to, no, because Wilson's going to kill everyone. He's like, I'm sorry, old friend. Because he's seen Wilson go through a lot of trauma in this fight.
Yeah.
He's like, you were a good
I think
Justice friend.
Wilson's like
Keaton
that
right
guy, your friend from the war who couldn't get over it.
Yeah.
And Adam West got over it, but he's like, I have to take you outside now. All the others.
So this leaves,
blow you up.
this
The
leaves,
problem is, when we left that beach on Okinawa, Wilson never left.
this leaves us with a three-way fight.
It's Keaton.
Keaton, Lego, and
No, it's Keaton, Conroy.
Keaton, half-beaten Conroy, a
I
semi-conscious
don't like that this is how Wilson went down.
not
man.
even conscious Batfleck.
I think Batfleck's out of it.
Affleck's out. Affleck's out.
Christian Bale finally gets back up.
All we have left are Keaton and Conroy, actually.
Keaton, Conroy, and Batman finally turns up.
I think, you gotta incorporate Batman.
Keaton,
He just shows up like, hey guys, sorry I'm late, but down the theater, they were doing a 2-for-1. And, well, I brought Bruce Wayne. You know him? He's a really cool guy. You should hang out. Just because he's in the movie theater holding the cowl on one hand. He's like, hello, I am Bruce Wayne, here for the 2-for-1 deal with my good friend Batman. Hi there, I'm Vigilante Batman.
See,
and the guy at the counter just goes, you're still wearing the mascara.
Alright, hear me out. Conroy, being the world's greatest detective, turns and he's like, I can tell you're both Bruce Wayne and Batman. He's like, no, I'm not. And he takes off the cowl and does
He just goes, what? That's dumb. Why would you think that? You're doing the Bruce Wayne voice. Sorry.
he does the two-person puppet thing, and as he does it, Conroy just kicks him in the head.
And I
looks
can't tell who Conroy is because his chin looks like everybody else's
Exactly.
chin in the animated series.
Conroy shows up with a huge, Conroy's kind of a weird guy. He's got the solid white eyes. He's got this weirdly squared chin. He's got the freaky cowl. Batman looks at him and goes, scary face?
So he knocks out Batman, leaving
I don't know. Batman's suit is completely bulletproof, so I don't know if one punch would be enough to
Nobody's
take him
taken
down.
off the cowl to do the two-person.
You're right. Yeah.
Okay,
It's me,
Batman's out.
Batman, and me, Bruce Wayne.
Oh,
Also,
crazy. Batman, how are you today? I'm doing pretty good.
Wait, so is it just Keaton and Conroy
oh my
left?
god.
It's Keaton and Conroy, but
It's Keaton and Conroy.
But Conroy's arm is completely broken because he's been thrown through two walls.
right.
Yeah.
But
It's
Keaton
just a mangled
also,
mess at this
Keaton
point. It's like
was also in a
pointing off
plane
in
crash
several
made of
directions.
Lego
You're right.
and flew through the wall.
He's
and
just
took
got
on
bits of
Batfleck.
plastic sticking out of his skin. He
Oh,
hasn't even
yeah.
noticed.
You know this fight has to have the Batman theme come on, like the dun 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 dun.
Yeah, 'cause it's in both. I think it's got to be on a rooftop as well.
Yeah,
They both give each other a look and they grapple up.
they look around and they're like, not here, not now.
They got to do it in front of the bat-tle.
Yeah.
They got to do it.
Oh, is Affleck dead? So.
Affleck's out.
Affleck's gone down.
You killed him with a brick, John. It was your
Wilson killed him with a
idea.
brick.
Oh yeah. It's not your fault, Chief.
Sorry.
And then Wilson just.
The idea of Wilson, this maniac and a murderer, just being held onto by Adam West as he blows both of them up.
What I love so much about that piece of footage is the way that it's just one angle, stationary
Yeah.
camera, and it's just some guy fucking. It looks like a street fight. They're not even trying to punch him. They're just trying to push him and drag him away, and he's just throwing elbows.
I just love he just runs out and fucking clocks someone in the fucking head.
Alright, so how does this fight go? They're both on the rooftop. They're both badly damaged.
I mean,
Has Christian Bale gotten back up, or is he just
No,
out?
Conroy Bale is out, man.
I love how Wilson is constantly off balance. He's constantly staggering,
Yeah.
just throwing punches, and he's just some guy.
You know what?
He
Wilson-
made it so far.
Yeah, he
Wilson
did.
is our Thomas Wayne.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Guys, I need a web series of fucking this.
There is. It's a 15-part serial. You can watch it 20 minutes a pop. There's 15 episodes.
Wilson is the guy.
like modern.
I'd expect the cape ends up over his head, and he's just throwing blind punches.
That's the thing, yeah. That's it.
I need this version of Wilson who's
Who
just
wins? The
downright
half-beaten
insane.
Conroy
Oh, sorry.
or the half-beaten Michael Keaton?
Oh, you fuck.
Beaten Metal
You know what
Keaton.
Adam West's last words would be? Wilson, I'm sorry! Wilson! Wilson, I'm sorry! And then they both explode.
No, my one, some days you can't get rid of a bomb is way better.
Yeah, it works too.
Okay, so you see, gut instinct is Conroy's taking this home
Yes.
because you got very little like he has to do the full Batman turn in that suit.
he's taking an awful lot of damage.
It's a full leather suit. He's been on it for a while. He's sweating buckets. But Conroy has an arm broken.
You know what? Keaton can take more. You know what it is? It's the fight from Dark Knight Returns where they're in the mud pit. One's got a broken arm, no cape, no gadgets.
You didn't have a broken arm that fight.
The mutant leader did.
No, he didn't.
Yeah, he did.
No, at one point.
Sorry, he disables the arm.
At one
It's not
point, he
broken.
paralyzes his arm.
He hits him in a nerve bundle. in
He
his
paralyzes his arm, and the mutant leader responds by flip kicking him.
I love that so much because the mutant leader grabs his own arm, throws it up as a distraction, spin kick.
Actually,
Do you know what my favorite thing about the mutant leader was?
I feel like animated Batman is willing to do that move.
My favorite thing about the mutant leader was that for that entire
nipples.
fight, he was wearing chinos. He's shirtless, he's got metal nipples and a big visor, and he's wearing chinos and loafers. It's just he's business from the waist down and a party from the waist up.
Right, so they charge at each other.
I think Keaton's going to take the advantage. He's just going to kick him in the arm. Conroy's going to collapse to the ground in pain. And it's going to be a bit of a beatdown. But I think Conroy does the Dark Knight Returns thing.
Pocket sand.
And he goes, okay, so he's got the gauntlets, right?
Yeah.
Gauntlets, and they're Justice League Unlimited gauntlets. So they're sharp and they're hard. I say he cuts him above the eyes.
Yes.
He gets the blood in the eyes. And in a cowl, that's just impossible to see through.
Especially that thick rubber cowl.
Yeah, exactly.
It pools. It would pool
Exactly,
at the
it pools at the eyes. And Michael Keaton's like, he's in a mad murderous rage because he's going nuts.
Yeah. Let's get crazy. He's got like a pipe and he's
I think,
trying to hit
he's
it.
ripped a pipe off the wall, which is Conroy's weakness. It's the pipe.
No, it's not a pipe. It's a fucking wrench. Not a wrench, crowbar.
Yeah.
Just like Joker and Jason Todd.
I think, though, a common tactic for Conroy is he'll grapple on something and he will pull it down on top of the dude.
Oh, but the thing about Conroy is, I imagine Keaton's going high and dry. He's looking for a headshot. Conroy usually goes like he did that thing. He ducks down,
Sweep
he
the
moves
leg.
quickly forward, and then he hits them with an uppercut. He goes for low down uppercuts.
That would work because the jaw's exposed in that cowl.
Actually, yeah. And I think
That's an easy jaw shot.
Keaton stumbled. He's got the pipe. Batman. Classic. You see it every time in the intro. Batarang. Wha-bang. The bar is out of his hand.
Yeah.
He's disarmed. I think Conroy's taking this one home.
He goes for the low uppercut. So, Keaton's reeling. He's concussed, he can barely see. And then he just says, "You don't get it, son. This isn't the alley where my parents died in front of me. It's an operating table. And like my father, who tragically died too young, I'm the surgeon."
Where do you think
And
the weak
then-
points in Keaton's suit is?
Oh, the face.
I feel like it's the joints.
I feel like it's the joints because it's going to tear. It's leather.
So, I think Conroy, if he got a fistful of batarangs, while Keaton raises up that big pipe, he just right into the armpit. With 3 batarangs, disables the arm.
So they're both one-armed.
They're both one-armed.
One-armed.
Bear in mind, Conroy has little to no armor in his batsuit.
Not whatsoever, like.
So I think
It's only the symbol.
he's cut bruised.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He's cut up to shit.
I still think with his mobility, he takes out Keaton, but he collapses once he's done. I think he limps off. Alfred collects him in the Batmobile, and he's nearly dead. He's half beaten. Do we give the fight to Conroy?
We give the fight to Conroy.
I think
Conroy.
Conroy's taking it
Yeah.
home.
Conroy.
And I think quite fucking right, because he is
No,
the
my
Batman.
favorite was
Yeah,
Wilson.
he is the Batman.
I wanted Wilson to win.
No, fucking I championed Wilson, because I knew Jack was going to champion Adam West from the start.
I was.
I knew he was going to convolute some bullshit way that Adam West was going to win, so I was like, no, I need my champion. So I looked up Wilson, and I was like, give me all the... And I watched 5 parts of the 15-part serial, and I don't regret it in the slightest.
You know what episode we need to do at some stage?
What?
The animated Batman. That
Yeah.
one we can do Returns. We can do
Year
the
one.
Batman, Lego Batman.
Batman Beyond.
Year 1, Batman Beyond.
Are we counting Terry McGinnis?
Yeah, okay, Terry McGinnis. And the Batman, not just Batman the Animated Series, the Batman. And Batman Brave and Bold.
We'll do that. We'll make a return to that.
Conroy is our winner.
Conroy's our winner.
Big surprise? Not really. I think I called it earlier.
I think, Conroy is the... I know a lot of his voice gigs now, but animated series, Justice League, Conroy,
He's unbeatable.
I'm sorry, guys.
And I think he's the most iconic because he's got the fighting skills, he's got the stealth, he's got the detective work, he's got the moral strength, and also he's got the silhouette.
Yeah.
Which is just the cape is just fucking draped over him, pooling at his legs, and he's just this monstrosity thing. And actually, it's a fucking great moment in Mask of the Phantasm because it shows Batman's origin.
Yes.
And Batman puts on the cowl, and Alfred goes, "Oh my god!"
He's startled.
And he's startled, and Batman just walks past him. Oh, it's great.
Also, I love our thing for shorter episodes. We've just about nailed the shorter episode thing at a whole hour and 13 minutes.
Yeah.
Fuck.
And on that note, I've been Jack.
Can I just say who my favorite Batman is?
Go, please be fast.
Fucking unproductive nerds version of Wilson. You know?
Yeah.
I gotta say, I think we've come onto a winner here.
DC, if you want to hire us to write a 40s Batman, we're on board.
Insane, pantsless, and kills Batman with a brick.
Covered in his own shit.
Covered in his own pieces.
With muscle spasms from being shocked. And on that note, I've been Jack.
I've been Rhiannon.
Oh, you do it at the same time. I've been John.
And I've been Aiden.
I've been the den the whole time. And to me, John, I get no respect, I tell you. Good night, everyone.
Hey guys, you forgot about me, Freya.